everyone, I have good news. The story of a reading teacher and special student who now calls her mom. How one Canadian family is providing fresh produce to their community at the local drive-thru. And the New York Girl Scouts sending a taste of home to troops abroad. Plus, what is Fraudenfraud, besides a funny word, and how can it help you be happier? Welcome back. Meet Donna, a nurse from southern Minnesota, and her 24-year-old son, Christian, who's making a big impact on some new friends. It started with a Facebook post by Donna, who explained that Christian's life with Down syndrome made it difficult for him to make friends after he was out of school. In the public plea, she offered $80 to local guys if they'd visit her son for 2 hours. Christian just needed a buddy to go bowling and play video games with. The response to this concerned mom was overwhelming. She had posted at the end of a 4 a.m. nursing shift and went to sleep. By the time she woke up, thousands of commenters had offered support and advice or volunteered to visit Christian. Donna got a little freaked out at first because she was not trying to invite the entire world to her house. But by reaching out, she found 7 new buddies who hang out with Christian once a week. His new friendships have this young man going to bed with a smile on his face. Christian is more excited about life and his future, according to his mom. But he's making a big impact too. Christian's friend James, one of his weekly visitors, says spending time with Christian has changed the way he sees the world. Folks in Hudson Bay, Saskatchewan are lining up at the local drive-thru. But no burgers or golden arches here, just a hydroponic farm serving nature's fast food, lettuce, tomatoes, and herbs. A local family runs this farm out of the community's old schoolhouse. To this rural town of 1,500 residents, Classroom 1 is now the cucumber room. Winters are long and the fresh produce is much appreciated by locals who love their drive-thru veggie bags. The Nell family hope to add a cafe and conference room to their makeshift farm so that they can teach others how to provide for their communities in the same way. I have more good news for you, but first, let's take a moment for a tip on how to stay happy. I think you'll find this valuable, but also I'm about to say a bunch of funny words, so feel free to giggle along with me. This is about how to boost your mood from Reader's Digest, who advises us to embrace Fraudenfraude. I've never heard this one before. Schadenfreude is more common, unfortunately, as it means delighting in someone else's misery. But experts suggest that practicing Fraudenfraude, that is, celebrating others' success and happiness, will truly make you feel better about yourself. Being more Fraudenfraudy, I made that one up, can make you feel more confident and strengthen your connections with other people. Practice Fraudenfraude. That's today's tip on how to stay happy. Now, I have breaking news from the front lines of Operation Cookie. The Girl Scouts of Nassau County have completed their mission, delivering over 80,000 boxes to military troops and first responders. The program aims to bring the thin, minty taste of home and show appreciation to those serving the U.S. all over the globe. The Nassau County Girl Scouts do this every year, but say it wouldn't be possible without their customers who are given the option to donate boxes while buying 1 or 2 or 10 for themselves. Since 2005, Operation Cookie has sent over 1 million packages to heroes abroad and local bases. That's a lot of tag-alongs. Jenna was an elementary reading teacher in December 2018 when a new student transferred into her class, a young boy named Nate who she describes as sweet, shy, and quiet. But Nate's sickle cell anemia, a genetic disease that affects red blood cells, kept him out of class and in the hospital. His new teacher asked if she could visit him there, knowing he had no one locally. Nate was in foster care after being removed from his biological family. During that hospital visit, Jenna decided she could be the foster mom her student needed. Lots of classes and background checks were required, but in less than 2 weeks, it was official. Nate was discharged in October 2019 and went home with Jenna. About a year and a half later, he served as a very dapper ring bearer when Jenna married another of Nate's teachers, expanding his foster family. Hope remained that Nate would someday reunite with his biological parents, but their rights were eventually terminated. Jenna and her husband Tim began the adoption process without hesitation. It was finalized on National Adoption Day in November 2022. Now 10 years old, Nate has a baby sister, has become super outgoing, and loves to cook. Jenna says her son wakes up every day with a smile on his face, inspiring everyone he meets. The family hopes sharing their story will inspire others to foster and adopt. Is it in our human nature to be helpful and generous? A team of sociologists at UCLA have answered that question, and they have good news. The team observed video of everyday life in 5 continents, noting how often people help each other. They watched for things like asking to pass the water at a table or someone struggling to lift a heavy object. In total, researchers analyzed over 1,000 interactions from Italy to Ecuador to Australia. That data proves humans help each other 7 times more often than they don't. Even when people do decline or ignore a request to help, 74% of the time they have a good reason. So the fact is, humans are universally kind and apparently apologetic in nature. Today's Good News Report is brought to you by Amazon Storefront, where you'll discover what brings you joy. Check out my links to find inspiring reads, health essentials, and other great buys that make your life easier or more joyous. This one even benefits Big Brothers Big Sisters, with all proceeds going to the National Community Program for Kids. Humankind by Brad Aronson is a collection of real-life stories about small acts of kindness. Get it at the link below. Happy shopping, and thanks for watching. If you have good news to share, send it my way at Christy Reports. See you soon.